and said forever. I am Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, and president of the Honest Con Foundation. Welcome back to another, I was going to say live because I really was in a live mode when I started this idea that I wanted to share real quick. I ain't going to make this long at all. Matter of fact, I'm going to force myself to make this a short one. We're going to see if we can say it all in 7 minutes. How many letters in Honest Con? Divine, okay? Look, y'all, I was just saying in a live, I was talking about something that made me spin off on the topic of how in the film biz, right? We know right now in the state of Georgia, we used to be one of the greatest, the top leads in the world for the amount of production. There was no other place on the planet having more Hollywood productions than the state of Georgia.
Release the Kraken.
We were the place at one time.
We got a point.
And it's like the era came and went, you know. It's because of political reasons, because of mostly financial reasons, because of this crazy economy, etc. You do the math, y'all. All you gotta do is read a couple of articles. Ain't nothing I'm saying theory without actual presence of documentation. It's all been proven that everything I'm saying is what it is. It is the politics. It is the freaking tariffs and every other terror that we are surviving right now, right? And I am a victim of that fallout. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm born and raised. I'm from here. I am here right now in the metro area. And I can tell you from experience, yo, when I used to work 2 to 3 times per week on a film set, sometimes all week, because like right when I kind of came to my moment of hiatus where I'm still at, I was doing crew work, all right, PA, production assistant. And at one time, you know, shout out to Miss Pat Show. It ain't no secret. I done put that out now, and I can talk about it now that the episodes that I was on are out and available. But yeah, I was on the Miss Pat Show for 2 years, actually. But the first year was solid. The second year, it was getting hit with that financial thing, and it was breaking down the amount of time that I could even be on set. They were rotating PAs, meaning, you know, a few people are on this day, then you on another, and if that person can't make it that day, then you come in, Joseph. And that, it was rough, y'all. It was rough. It was not what I had gotten used to with the previous year. The previous year, man, it was heaven. It was like, man, this is a real job. I feel community. I feel I have real, true coworkers. I see the same people every day. I know them. We mostly all get along. Everybody's cool as hell. I get fed all day from a marvelous group of chefs that put out the most incredible food. And even when it ain't so good, it's still, hell, I didn't have to pay for that. That's a perk of the job. You know what I'm saying? The only time I even bought groceries was for the weekend. You feel me? It was really what life should feel like, you know, when your bills are paid and you like where you work. That's what it was feeling like, right? And then everything went to shit, right? And we're there now. We're completely in that mess of survival mode, right? But, you know, when I think about that time, and I think about the time as an actor especially, which was the first goal that got me into the business and remains something that I still do, you know, you can still see projects that I'm a part of. Shout out to Cedric Beasley and this latest project that I've been a part of, this short. Check it out right here. I'll put something on the screen so y'all can go look at it. You know what I'm saying? Look that up. Go watch that. Enjoy it. Bring to the table besides the standards and
won't be doing is sitting here trying to make me some type of stereo.
No kids yet.
Now that is personal.
Platform did.
Like I said, I still do the damn thing now. Don't get it twisted. My party ain't over. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep right on. You know, once an actor, forever an actor. You understand? So anyway, but my point is, when I've shown up in films as mostly in the Hollywood side of it, a lot of what they call features, meaning you are prominently seen in the scene. It's obviously you. No one can say that that's not you, etc. Blah blah blah. Right? I've been thinking. I just said to myself, man, you know, even when you show up and you're not necessarily prominently seen, you are making up the scene. Like, even when they've used your body, because they did this too, you know, this is before everything went to the strike and they got the rights for this. We didn't know what we were signing really, but we gave away our appearance so they could multiply me 1,000 times, do whatever the hell they want with us, because we signed our features away. Yeah, they did that to us. And so, you know, it's a mess because it's like, knowing they can do that, knowing that they can, you know, they would tell us, we're going to do some scenes at a football game and we need y'all to sit in every section of the stadium because we're going to multiply y'all in CGI. Okay, now it would just be AI straight up. I mean, it was always AI. I mean, it's all artificial intelligence. It's just people get all whatever about the words. It's all technology. I got nothing against AI unless it's used unethically, right? But they would multiply us and make a full stadium of us. And I saw the movies that I was in that they did that to us. And Lord, it's convincing. You're like, damn, that really is like, they just multiplied us and it looks like one big full stadium or whatever, you know? But for every second that any of us were on that screen, we made that movie possible, because without our bodies, without our face, even when we were blurs, we make the scene. You understand me? We make the scenes. So, you know, residuals only got granted, and people fought over their residuals to stop, you know, stars, superstars who had lines, okay, because lines are everything in the film business. It's all about speaking. So when people say stupid shit online talking about words don't matter, words don't mean much, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Not only do they mean things, but since y'all are so obsessed with money, guess what? Every utterance of a word, every piece of communication, a grunt that is well established, is a line. Do you understand me?
He's got his own money. And baby, when I tell you he's got his own money, I mean the boy has got his own money.
And it is worth dollars, cents, seconds of money forever. Forever.
Just a couple of forever.
Forever and ever, and ever and ever, according to KRS-One. Y'all know it if you're real hip hop, is forever. You understand? So we got to be about our business to understand the value and the worth of what we bring to everything we do as artists. And I want to go on record for saying I really think that the best way the film biz could be, that I know it may never be, but I still want to have it said, that just imagine, you know, it's a big what if. Well, what if we lived in a situation where, or what if there were a company, because here's the kind of ethics I stand on. So guess what? If you support my company and we get to the point where we're making movies, this is something I would like to implement. This is something I would like to implement, where if a movie becomes a major financial hit and starts making millions to eventually billions, like Black Panther 1 and 2 that I was part of, or any of the other TV shows that I've been on. I mean, countless shows and movies and things I've been a part of, okay? And instead of riding around in these deficit times, worrying about paying off bills and worrying about filling up the groceries and just having something in the fridge, you understand, or in the pantry, instead of being stressed over finances, imagine if all of us could survive off residuals, checks in the mail, that mailbox money that we deserve, that would be there for every second we're still showing up on somebody's screen. As I speak, somebody's watching Netflix, watching Prime, and seeing a movie that I'm in. Do you know what that feels like to think? I try not to think about it a lot, but to really think about it, it gets your blood boiling a little bit, because you think, man, and I don't get a dime from that, but someone's enjoying my work. That work never died. That work is still living.
Bang, this is painful, dog. I agree, it's very painful.
So why am I not being paid? Every hour of a day is, time is money, right? So why is my time after something has been released not still paying me for every time it's shown? I think that everybody on a film crew, cast, of course, executive producers, writers, all the essence of the project, absolutely. But also the background, the medic, anybody, the security, anybody that made that thing work every day that it was being made, we should all have a special contract that we sign, that as long as you are in good standings, do your job while you're there, show up within allowed time constraints, and if everybody's late at times and all that kind of stuff, but I'm talking about they let you stay and you're there and you worked. If you finished the day, if you got a voucher, and you're in the biz, I ain't gotta say nothing. I ain't talking to ignorant ass people outside the biz who don't understand these words. I gotta talk biz talk and let them catch up, because that's gonna be my validation of me knowing, y'all knowing that I'm for real. Everybody who got a voucher, everybody who got a Taft-Hartley for the day, a day player, everybody who got them contracts for real, who's picked up at the airport and brought the set, or bought a house in Atlanta to finish a project. You understand me? We should all be paid. I don't care how seemingly minor your potential part of it was. You were that. And the only reason they still exist is because of us. We did the work. We should still be getting paid. respectfully.
Averaged 2 to 4 productions per month, appeared in 250 to 500 films and television episodes, was employed almost every week, appeared in numerous blockbuster films and hit TV series that continue earning money from streaming, cable, Blu-ray DVD sales, airline licensing, international television, etc. If every production allocated an extremely small background residual pool, estimates might look something like this over time. Hypothetical annual residuals, career outcome, $5,000 to $15,000 a year, small productions only, $20,000 to $50,000 a year, mix of TV and successful films, $50,000 to $100,000 a year, regular work on major franchises and network shows, $100,000 to $250,000 plus a year, exceptional career with many blockbuster appearances. For someone with 12 years of continuous work on recognizable productions, I could imagine a hypothetical annual income around $40,000 to $120,000 in residuals alone if the industry adopted an equitable profit-sharing model for all performers. An exceptionally prolific background performer who accumulated hundreds of credits on hugely successful franchises